These are scary and terrifying Roblox tragedies that happen in real life. Starting with this game right here, it's called the Tangiwai train disaster. Now this was a deadly railway accident that occurred at around 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve in 1953. Now the train and 6 carriages derailed into the river and killed about 151 people. This took place in the island of New Zealand. Now the accident was caused by the collapse of a dam holding back nearby water and creating a rapid water mud flow in the river, which destroyed the bridge and of course caused the train to collapse. So there were some people trying to rescue the civilians, but unfortunately it was just too late. Take a look at this. I guess the conductors didn't realize that the river was way too hot. They were headed straight to disaster. Tried to do the brakes and everything, but it just didn't work. And then kaboom, right into the river, guys. Seriously. They really should have paid attention to where they were going. 150 people aboard all those 6 carriages, and everyone ended up dying. This was back in 1953, so this was quite a while ago. So there were no telephones for anybody to call for help, and it was over. Here we go. Alright, we're here. So this is the mail train, and this is the other side of the train. If we hop into one of them, this is what the carriages looked like back in 1953. But it does get you from one place to the other. So we have all these railroad trains right here. This one as well, this one. And if we take a look at this, oh, this is Thomas the train, never mind, wrong one. But if we look at this steam engine, I'm not sure if it's able to move or not. Yeah, it's not able to move for some reason. And here we go. Yeah, these trains are malfunctioning. I have no idea why. But we did somehow make it into the train. This is the conductors, bro, and let's just press go, and yeah, it's not teleporting. Now I'm not sure what this train does, but it does have a bunch of lava pits. Yeah, Thomas the train is actually pretty sketch, dude. What the heck? Why is this train carrying a bunch of lava? Alright, this game is totally malfunctioning, dudes. This is thomasthetrain.com. Now this one is 86 years later, so I bet it's a little bit better. Yes, perfect. This one's much better. There's no Thomas the Train tank engine here, but there is a train full speed ahead, and yep, that's pretty accurate. Yeah. Oh, watch out, watch out. That is a ton of trains and a ton of people that died. As you can see, this is the dam that the train was supposed to cross. And when the dam was overfilled, it actually collapsed and broke the bridge in half. You see the train track right there? It fell right underneath. I guess it became unstable and all of a sudden broke into the river. Let's see if we could swim underwater and survive. Can we help the people on the train? No, because there's nobody there. Yeah, but yeah, so the water wasn't actually that deep. It was just a regular dam. But because it rained so much, it ended up going past the barrier. And I'm sure back in those days, people didn't know how to swim. So sadly, a lot of people drowned. The next game is called FedEx Flight 14, The Deadly Descent. This happened on July 31st, 1997. Okay, so this was a FedEx flight going from New Jersey, Singapore to New Jersey and Alaska. It landed on its final segment in the Newark International Airport and then caught on fire, injuring all 5 people on board. Flight 14, while landing runway, just left the country of Taiwan and Alaska as well. Now the 5 passengers were the captain, the first officer, and 3 regular passengers. During the flight, even the pilot was concerned that they would have little stopping distance after landing. Here it is, the FedEx plane. Yup, that's it, in the fly. The 2 captains were like, okay, we might want to park this thing early. But sadly, they couldn't do it. They underestimated it, and yes, take a look at that. The plane caught on fire, it flipped over, and it was dead. The pilots couldn't handle it. As you can see, there was a ton of damage and a lot of people were injured. That's the plane, and that is the FedEx plane. Oh my gosh, dude. It just went right over my head. What in the world? That thing almost killed me, dude. Alright, spawn. Come on, spawn. Let's see what happens. It's going full speed. You might want to slow down, sir. Sir, you might want to slow down. And oh my gosh, even I'm on fire. Yeah, rest in peace to those FedEx packages, dude. This game is called Survive the Airship Crash. And if you guys didn't know, there's a bunch of airship crashes that actually happened. Now, one of them is called the Hindenburg disaster. This was an airship accident that happened on May 6, 1937 in New Jersey. It was a German commercial passenger flight, and it actually led the ship of the Hindenburg class, the longest class of flying machine and the largest airship by volume. Now it made 10 trips to the United States in 1936 after opening its 1937 season by completing a round trip around Brazil. And at 7:25 local time, it caught fire and quickly became engulfed in flames. Now since it was in 1937, I'm not sure if we have any footage. Oh, we do! Yeah, so this is what a real Zeppelin looks like. Well, it was about to land in New Jersey, and I'm not sure if the pilots of this airship were able to control it, because there's no windows, so how could they see anything? 11 million views? Okay, this was probably a really terrible event that happened. 1937? This happened so long ago. And oh my... Okay. Whoa, brother, that's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. That is a ton of That's lit. That's actually lit. This game right here, it looks pretty accurate. The Hindenburg crash, okay, it's going to New Jersey and exploded. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And we're here. Okay, yep. Everyone's falling to the ground. This is what happened. Luckily for me, I have a supernatural ability to stay afloat when things are collapsing. Let's just take a look outside the plane. Can we see a glimpse of it? Take a look outside the window though. What's happening outside though? Okay, if you're afraid of heights, don't look outside the window. Alright, let me see if I can control this. Let's get this thing back aboard, mates. I think it might be too late for that. Dudes, we're going down. Right into the New Jersey airport landing area. Where we're all gonna die. And yep, okay. I think the crash is starting to take place now. Because everything is falling from the sky. I mean, we are falling from the sky, to be honest. Oh, I'm dead. It's a German refugee trying to escape the Red Army. So you go on board to the Wilhelm Gustloff with $10, and then disaster hits. What? Von Weivingal. 9,400 people died, making it the largest loss of a life in a single ship sinking history. This is worse than the Titanic, by a Soviet submarine missile in the Baltic Sea. Oh my gosh, my comrade. So let's see what actually happened. Used a torpedo to explode the boat. German forces were able to rescue about 1,000 people, and the torpedo boat rescued about 564 people. The majority, 9,000 of them, ended up dying. Bridge the engines. Oh, yep, they see it. The men were meant to steer the lifeboats, but they couldn't do it. The torpedoes got them first. They got them good. The lifeboats were not even repaired. And people are just falling out into the ocean like it's... Oh, this is so sad. World War II, dudes. Bad times. Yep, that's the 9,000. It's just one. That person right there is just one out of the 9,000 people that died. Hello and welcome to the Wilhelm Gustloff. Here we are on a German boat. Thank God that we were able to escape the war. That's what the people on board were saying. It was accompanied by a passenger ship and 2 torpedo boats. But it ended up torpedoing the wrong ones, buddy. But one of the torpedo boats had to return and the passenger ship was malfunctioning. In the bridge, there was debate between the captains and senior officers to decide which route they should take. Many people were celebrating, and this brought relief to the refugees. But a word came from a jumbo submarine that they were going to Gustloff, and the crew turned on the ship's navigation lights. The second hits the pool. More than 300 Navy people are quartered there. Only 3 escape. Because of the lack of electricity, a crew member used an emergency transmitter to send an SOS. Oh, this was a tragic event in World War II that not many people talk about.